So I just spent an entire hour killing Reapers and other endgame mobs in the Forge in Roblox. And you're probably wondering how much money I made. How did I do it non-stop without healing, no potions? And how long did it last? What did I acquire? Also, why am I filming this for the third time? You have no idea. Let's get into it. If any of this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel. And let's get into the video. So as you can see, the armor I'm wearing right now is the full gear I used to grind in the endgame zone non-stop without healing for an entire hour. And I have the footage to prove it. And then I also have the footage that shows you how much money I made selling each and every individual piece. The problem is, while I was filming that part, I didn't have my microphone turned on, so it was completely silent. So I'm filming this for a third time to go over just how much money I made. And oh, it was wonderful. It's so good. You do this for a day, you're a multi-millionaire. It's that awesome. Let's get into it. First step, we're gonna talk about the armor and weapons and the build and the setup I'm using to grind that much money that flawlessly, that effortlessly in the game of the Forge in Roblox. First things first, if you can, go ahead and get yourself an angel race. Clearly, that's not easy. Clearly, not everyone is that lucky, but it does give you an additional 30% luck that will help you with drops. If you don't have that, use any race you can use that will help you grind in that zone endlessly the entire time without stopping. Anything with movement speed, anything with extra damage, extra HP, etc. Then you want to get a particular set of armor. Now, if you're able to grind endlessly without stopping with other sets of armor, congratulations, but this set is particularly powerful for this reason. As you can see, I am using a mithril base set, using uranium in the helmet and then mithril and such in the armor. Let me explain. For the equipment, each and every single piece is giving me bonus HP. I have more than 150% extra HP on this character that does well with the uranium in the helmet, because that uranium provides an AoE around you every second, dealing 5% of your maximum HP. You can imagine it's quite a lot of damage. On top of that, I have a Demon Knight sword. It is a cutlass. It's no rapier, it's no chaos sword, but a cutlass is still quite good. And the key to the cutlass is the 26% lifesteal on physical damage I deal on hit. Between all the damage I deal, all the lifesteal I have, all the armor and HP I have, I'm able to kill mobs endlessly the entire time. So you take the luck from being an angel, then you do luck potions. Luck potions will last, all 10 of them, for about 50 minutes, which is nearly an hour. And I ran this simulation for an hour. I ran around in the zone killing for an hour. I put a timer on my phone and I got ready to do the grind for an entire hour. Also, one more quick tip of advice, go down and turn on and equip your dedicated player achievement. That will provide you bonus luck as well. My luck is an additional 32% luck. It will just help with more drops to make more money in the game. So this is the footage I took live preparing to do this little challenge of mine. I got down there and I started drinking all my potions. I drank all of them, got up to 50 minutes of potions. I started the timer on my phone and I went to town. And let me give you some tips and tricks I realized doing this challenge to see how much money I could make as fast as possible. Certain mobs give you the most money. Reapers. Every time you see a Reaper, you beeline it to the Reaper. Especially with this build, you have no problem killing them. In fact, I was able to kill 7 Reapers consecutively at one point and still have a third of my HP left. I was also able to, on 2 separate occasions, fight together 2 Reapers. This build is very strong. The armor, the weapon, the lifesteal are fantastic. A couple other tips. You know the little slimes squirting around? Those are like healing potions. They're like health packs. What you do is you approach them, and as they walk towards you, they're going to try and stun you. Hold shift, sprint, walk away swiftly, and walk back at them. You avoid the stun very quickly, and then you can 3-tap them, and all 3 swings will heal you back up. So every time you see a slime, think to yourself, oh, that's a healing potion. Go kill the slime, get healed up. You can kind of do the same thing with the elite axe guys. If you are able to start your swing before you approach them, as you approach them, hit them with the first swing and then the second one. By then, they're generally dead and they never get a swing off again allowing you to heal from your attacks and not take any damage. The little skeletons are a pain in the butt. They're hard to hit. There are plenty of times where I swing at them and in my brain I know I killed them, but for somehow they dodged it. I don't know if they have a ninja-like dodge. They are a rogue after all, so perhaps they're able to dodge attacks and use rolls. They're a pain in the butt. Kind of like the Reapers that stun you with their swings and parry you with their hands. I hate Reapers. They're a pain to fight, but they're worth so much money. Mages walk away from you, and the walk away speed is barely slower than your walking speed. If you walk towards them swinging, you're not going to make it. If you walk toward them without swinging or run towards them, you will catch up to them. They do run away. They are a pain to fight. One important tip when you are doing this strategy is to always pay attention to where the other mobs are in the dungeon. Not because you're afraid of being jumped, but you want to know where your next target is and what is the most efficient path to more mobs. So as you're fighting a mob, glance around the room and go, okay, there's a mob there and there's a mob there. So if I can hit him, I can hit him. That will take me to this part. And I know there's 3 more that spawn there. And I haven't been there in a while, so they should spawn by now. Always be thinking ahead to try and create the most efficient path you can through the dungeon to continually fight mobs. For anybody who is an MMORPG veteran, this is second nature to you. For those of you that love to grind, I love to grind. This is a fun little challenge for me. Now, by the end of this challenge, I was at about 12 minutes left on my timer and I had a problem. I filled up my entire inventory. So because of that, I had to end the challenge prematurely. This wasn't 60 minutes, this was only 48 minutes worth of combat. And it's not like I'm holding on to a lot of ore. If you look at my inventory, this is all the ore I hold on to. There's not a whole lot here. And I even have the increased double capacity. And the problem is, all this ore is so useful, I can't just throw it away. But after 48 minutes, I filled up on my inventory and got out of the dungeon. Now this next part, I have to show you the footage of what happened when I sold everything, because I'd already filmed this part and my microphone wasn't on, so I'm filming it again. So here we go. The outcome's pretty cool. First and foremost, you're going to notice when I started the event, I was level 138 and I had $735,522.77. I didn't know there was nickels and dimes in this game, but apparently there are. Also, I wasn't very far into level 138. By the end of the challenge, in the beginning of the video, before I sold everything, I was level 141 with $783,127. So before I sold a thing, I had made $47,577.50 just from killing the mobs. Because every time you kill a mob, they drop gold straight up. Now from here, obviously I used 10 luck potions. That's $3,500. We'll take that away. For a total before selling items of just over $44,000 in profit. Now next up, as anyone knows, when they grind a bunch of mobs in this game, I had a ton of runes that I had to go through. 3 of them I kept, the rest of them I sold. And I ended up selling those runes for $3,725, which basically paid for the potions. So after I sold the runes, we were up to almost $48,000 before selling anything of any real value. Up next, I had to sell the Bonite, the Dark Bonite, and the Slimite. The Dark Bonite comes from all those evil skeleton guys, and the Slimite comes from the oozes. And if I wanted to maximize every single dollar from this 1 hour of work, I would take those ore and I would craft them into weapons and armor to sell. However, I think that's not a very efficient use of time. By quickly selling them, you could, in theory, just go back into the dungeon and grind some more. So ultimately, I think it's worthwhile to simply keep grinding and not spend the time forging. After selling these, they sold for $12,741.75. Again, I'm showing you this after the fact because I recorded this and the mic wasn't on. And so far, our total, before getting to the essences, which is the bulk of the money, is $60,544.25. Now we're gonna sell all the essences. I had emptied my inventory before doing this, so all the essences I acquired were through 48 minutes of grinding. These were the essences I acquired in 48 minutes of work: Superior, Epic, and Greater. And a couple essences I had lying around. Can't remember why I got them, but there was a ton of them. And when I sold them, I made $88,072.50 for a grand total of $148,616.75 in only 48 minutes of work. How much would that be in 60 minutes? Let me fast forward for you. 48 minutes is only 80% of the time I had. I had 60 minutes. I was missing 20% of the time. So let's add 20% to that value. My total for 60 minutes, if I could grind for the full 60, was $178,340.10. And hopefully this video was useful to you. Hopefully it was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel. Thank you for staying here for the third time I filmed this video. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.